Hi guys, this is Rich and Chris from Retro Sanctuary and welcome to Retro Weekends, where we try to complete the most notable games from gaming history.
Today we're going to attempt to complete Gradius for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is an excellent port of one of the greatest shoot-'em-up games ever created, and it had massive influence across the board, probably the most important shoot-'em-up actually from the arcades. Now both of us has some experience with this game.
Yep, we both played it, we both failed at it.
Hopefully we can get through. Either we'll sail through on one life or we'll end up dying over and over and over, because this game, if you lose the power-ups, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, if you lose the power-ups, that is it. You may as well press that reset button. So you ready?
Yep, let's go for it. Right, so it's a horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up. You collect these power-ups and they move a cursor along a bar, like a selection bar. And when you get to the item that you want, the power-up that you want, you press the button and it chooses it. So obviously the best power-ups are further along the selection bar, so you've got to collect more items to get those power-ups. You sort of decide what you want to fit your ship out with, really. It's quite interesting. Chris has forgotten to get missiles here, so he's having some problems. Not a great start, but he's still alive. He's not dead yet. So you've got this on the NES Mini, haven't you?
Yeah, I own an NES Mini, so I get to practice these games quite a bit at home.
Yeah.
My kids love this game.
You haven't got any real consoles anymore, though, have you?
No, I've got a PlayStation.
Got rid of all of them a long time ago. Oh,
I've got a PlayStation.
Yeah. Actually, your son's got a Mega Drive, hasn't he?
No, we've got 18
oh, right,
games.
Yeah.
Which I would not recommend getting to anybody because they really screwed around with the sound chip.
A little volcano section here. You've just got to stay high and to the left and try and shoot them.
That's better. Ooh. I think they're missing me.
Yeah, it looks like
by like a millimetre. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Now we've got like an iconic boss here. You've got to just destroy these little shields here to make it vulnerable. The centre section.
God, I can see my death then.
And we've got to make sure not to kill these bosses too quickly as well. If you kill the boss too quickly, it actually allows you to warp the next stage, so you kind of jump over a stage. And given that we tried to complete the whole game for this without using warps on Retro Weekends, we're going to try not to accidentally warp to the stage after. You got the old question mark power up. The question mark just gives you a shield, which gives you a few hit points essentially. According to the people that designed the game, the question mark was supposed to be a whole load of different moves, sort of like I think maybe it would even choose them at random, but they didn't actually have time to set up this gameplay element, so it ended up just being a question mark for a shield apparently. Later games in the series did actually have this sort of randomised selection box, I think, so maybe they ended up putting that into those. I mean, maybe that's how it was supposed to work in this originally.
Do it with the speed up, I think.
Yeah, I generally get 3 at the moment. Tricky level this one actually. I think Chris will agree. But
I hate this level.
The Maui heads are actually quite cool, don't you think? They're quite a quirky little element to put into a spaceship shooter, really.
Maui heads in space.
They're pretty nasty things, but it's just a nice little element of charm that's put into the game. Something that you don't expect, you know. And it's sort of iconic, really, isn't it, for Gradius with the old Maui heads. You don't look very fast. Have you even got 1 speed up?
I'm not even sure.
Oh, man.
For you American viewers out there, Gordon Bennett means oh shit.
In 1950s English. I think this one is the first level, but upside down, if I can remember rightly.
Oh, that was poor.
That's a shame.
You're up. It's alright, I'm at the start of that level, so I should be able to get my power-ups back quite well.
That's made me even more anxious seeing how well you did there, actually.
Well, get on my level, Rich!
Well, I don't want to get any more power-ups, do I?
No.
Leave it ready for me to...
Because if you get another power-up when you're at the end of the line of power-ups, it takes you right back to the start of the power-ups. So
we want to leave it on there so we can get another shield immediately.
yeah.
Just got to keep moving at this section, really, don't you?
It's difficult though because you haven't got much space.
Yeah.
You take them out, it's backwards ones. What I find with the backwards facing ones is give yourself as much screen to go onto as possible and then go in, because then you've got more space to dodge.
Shit. I wish I had just lost that.
You'll be alright, you'll be back at it, you see. Ooh, that was a bit... That's the nasty section there.
Shit.
You've got one hit left on your shield. Hello?
Unfortunately, I accidentally just took the warp, but we're not starting again. So Chris's run will have the other level on it.
Well, as far as I can get.
This section here is quite annoying.
So much slowdown.
Yeah. I think it was like this in the arcades as well, though. And the problem also, when they leave the screen, suddenly it gets really fast as well. So I might have taken a wrong turn here.
You have to shoot their arms in the middle, don't you, where the red dot is?
Yeah, but I feel like just shooting the brain section or whatever it is sometimes is a better idea. It just takes a load of shots, so that's the thing. It's the last level now. Will Rich do it, or will he fail miserably?
No dramas.
And make sure that make sure I get to the front of the screen at the end as well, because it will just kill me if I don't.
Oh, that's a bit naughty. Get the blue thing, just kill them.
Fire one bullet at me, good.
You have to build them up quick, because you're taking a lot of heat. You need 2 more. Sneak through. Need that one. That's it. We've now got shield ready and waiting.
Oh.
Get the blue one.
Oh shit, there was nothing I could have done about it, was there?
No. It's alright, you're on double now. What did you... Oh, it's life. I thought you just bought double. One hit.
Oh shit.
It's alright, get that. One more. Use it. Well played. Fuck yes. Get forward. Is it this section?
Yeah, it is. It's done. That's it. It's just got to destroy the brain. It doesn't do anything.
Oh. You made me hang for nothing though. You're going to keep that in, aren't you?
Probably, yeah.
Shit.
I think the guy that designed this game actually just said that they sort of ran out of time at the end of the game, and they thought they also felt a bit sorry for the players. So they thought they'd give them like an easy ending kind of thing. But that barrier's a pain in the arse because you just fly into it. There's nothing you can do about it if you don't get in front of it. So that's done. So you're going to try your go as well, see if you can get it done. We got to show that level because I've walked past it by accident. They've I guess it's saved on memory a bit. They just did the first level, but an upside down version of it.
Yeah.
I feel kind of pissed off that I missed a level, you know. Oh well.
You stop huffing and puffing over there.
I feel like we didn't really complete the game.
I don't. It's not our fault. We've done it quickly. Oh, if I go here.
Oh yeah, it seems no.
No. Look at this. Look at this.
You're getting lucky. It's not firing at you yet.
Dodging it. Oh.
As soon as
so close.
As soon as it decided to kill you, it just took you out.
I was so close. I can't get any power-ups on this level.
It's random, isn't it? So you only survived last time because it was randomly not firing at you.
No, I'm a beast. I'm a beast.
Felt sorry for you that time.
I'm a beast. Oh, I need that power. What?
Took it away.
Oh. Well, boned. Richard did it.
Rich got boned by the bleeding level warp.
It wasn't your fault.
Right, so after a quick check online, we've found out that I was wrong about the warps, unfortunately. Only one of the warps is done by killing that boss really fast. So, according to what we just saw, destroying 10 Maui heads actually automatically warps you a level, which I didn't know at the time, unfortunately.
He actually really didn't.
So it wouldn't have mattered if I had purposefully slowed down to try and kill that boss, because it was nothing to do with this. I just killed too many Maui heads, basically.
Yeah. So never mind.
It's unfortunate.
Can't help it. But, I mean, technically I did the level that he didn't do. So
Yeah.
as a team effort, we did it. That wasn't our fault. We did not actively search for that warp. Did we?
So what do you reckon? What do you think of the game then, Chris?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It's a really, really good game.
Yeah.
The progression's nice. The power-up system is nice. The actual gameplay, it gives you a lot of satisfaction when you're
Music
making
is
dodge
kind of
everything.
quite cool as well.
The
Really.
music
It's
is
sort
cool.
of memorable, isn't it? It's sort of
Yeah.
iconic. We got, like we said, the Maui heads. They're quite an iconic little design decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's somewhat inspired in some ways. Actually, you know, the way that
Definitely.
it's just a clever power-up system, and obviously this had massive amounts of influence over games. Even on the ZX Spectrum, you've got games like Synapse, which are sort of inspired by this game. But a lot of shoot 'em ups after this if you were making a shoot 'em up, you needed to have like an elaborate power-up system, really, you know.
Oh yeah.
And that,
Otherwise you don't compete with this game.
this came out in '85 in the arcades. This NES version didn't arrive until '86, and even then there was nothing, you know, comparable to this really. People in Britain loved these games as well. They were very popular in the arcades here, so it's quite odd that this game didn't actually sell the NES on its own. You know, it's sort of like a killer app in some ways. Because this is so much better than the other ports of the game that came out around this era. You know, this is Gradius.
Exactly. That's what you need to
I
say.
mean,
This is Gradius.
It doesn't have the voice acting, but you're not going to expect that from an NES port, are you? But
No.
the gameplay's all there. It's a great port, and I feel like this could have been a killer app for the NES, even in Britain, if it had come out at the right time, you know, and they'd been advertising it well. But obviously the NES didn't really take off in Britain that well, not until even 1991, I think, was its best year, and its popularity lasted about a year. But as it is, possibly the most important shoot 'em up ever made, this game, I would go as far as to say that. So obviously I'm giving it a full score of 5 out of 5.
Yeah, unquestionable. It is the most important shoot 'em up ever made. So for that, singularly for that, even if we don't go into how good the gameplay is, how good the mechanics are with the power-ups, how good the music is, it's still a massive
The
5
Maui
out of
heads
5.
as well, they're cool.
You really love those Maui heads,
I do,
don't you?
they're cool.
You really love those Maui heads. But yeah, unquestionable, 5 out of 5.
It could have been like a faceless spaceship game, couldn't it? It could very easily have become and it would still have been a fantastic game, but the Maui heads just give it a little bit of charm as well, you know. There's a little bit of flair in there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so that's Gradius for this week. Really enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 game, possibly the best and most important shoot 'em up of its time.
Yeah, only really Defender is vying for in the competition for the #1 most important, I would say. You know, and that's a much older game.
Yeah, but I don't really think so. He does, I don't.
Well.
Anyway, we will see you next week with another game. So take care, guys. See you later.
Ya. Well, that's that done properly without taking nibble whops.